think this is where we shake hands.
Mr. President, in your speeches now, you rarely talk or mention Osama bin Laden. Why is that? Also, can you tell the American people if you have any more information, if you know if he is dead or alive? Deep in your heart, don't you truly believe that until you find out if he is dead or alive, you won't really eliminate the threat of it?
Well, deep in my heart, I know the man's on the run if he's alive at all. And who knows if he's hiding in some cave or not. We hadn't heard from him in a long time. And the idea of focusing on one person really indicates to me people don't understand the scope of the mission. Terror is bigger than one person. You know, as I mentioned in my speech, I do mention the fact that this is a fellow who's willing to commit youngsters to their death, and he himself tries to hide, if in fact he's hiding at all. So I don't know where he is. Nor, I just don't spend that much time on him. To be honest with you,
Is there a plan for a new world order, a one world government, and how do we stop it?
Well, I think even our first President Bush said that the New World Order was in tune, and that's what they were working for. The UN is part of that government. They're working right now very significantly for a North American Union. That's why there's a lot of people in Washington who don't care too much about our borders. They have a philosophical belief that national sovereignty is not important. It's also the reason I have made a very strong suggestion that we need not be in the United Nations for our national security.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Now that we know who you are, I know who I am. I'm not a mistake. It all makes sense. In a comic, you know how you can tell who the arch villain's going to be? He's the exact opposite of the hero. And most times they're friends like you and me. I should have known way back when. You know why, David? Because of the kids. They called me Mr. Glass.
Good afternoon. As we speak, the Mars Global Surveyor spacecraft, the MGS, is in orbit around Mars, and it took all of the images that we will be showing this afternoon. The links to those images are available on websites, official websites of NASA, the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and Mail Space Science Systems, the contractor that does the imaging on the spacecraft. Any of you can go to the original sites and confirm any of these images. The No special processing was done to the images. We simply are showing the extract of interest here in each case, unless I remark otherwise. And in all cases, I'll be showing the original image. So for the first of these, I should stress that all of the images we're going to look at are in the general category of if we saw them on Earth, we would conclude that they were the activity of either humans or large-scale biology on Earth. Now, there are arguments why these are not normal products of nature, and certainly nothing like them exists on any of the other moons or planets of the solar system that we have imaged to date. The object on the left has a T shape, which is obviously pretty rare. That and perfect triangles are rarely seen in nature and are not the result of normal processes. The craters on the right, I'm calling them craters in a general sense because that's the appearance they have, but actually craters on the moon and planet surfaces are not formed by excavation when something hits it. They are formed by an energetic explosion when something hits it at extremely high speeds, as anything striking these bodies must be. The gravity fields guarantee a minimum speed high enough to vaporize completely the impacting object. So the crater is formed by explosion, and therefore to find a flat bottom.
It is true, what many of you have heard. The machines have gathered an army, and as I speak, that army is drawing nearer to our home. Believe me when I say we have a difficult time ahead of us. But if we are to be prepared for it, we must first shed our fear of it. I stand here before you now, truthfully, unafraid. Why? Because I believe something you do not? No! I stand here without fear because I remember that I am here not because of the path that lies before me, but because of the path that lies behind me. I remember that for 100 years we have fought these machines. I remember that for 100 years they have sent their armies to destroy us. And after a century of war, I remember that which matters most. We are still here!